Welcome to TRS Clips, where you'll find happiness through your own curiosity. Every school says that the universe began with its own deity.
Correct.
So Shaivism will claim that it began through Shiva. Vaishnavism will claim that it began through Vishnu. And Shakt claims it began through Mata. Today, we are going down the Shakt route. Right? Now, we will talk about Dash Mahavidyas. We'll talk about the very, very Sattvic Lakshmi Ma, Durga Ma, Saraswati Ma. We will begin by talking about the origins of the universe according to Shakt. I think we've briefly covered this in the past. But as far as I understand it, it begins with Kali Ma.
Yes. So, the first most primordial power through which everything comes out in the Shakta conception of the universe is Adya Shakti or Para Shakti. Adya means the source power. I mean, for lack of better words, you may think of it as a corresponding energy at the point when, say, physically they say there's a big bang that happened. I'm not saying it is exactly the same, so people with the scientific mind don't, get worked up by it. But I'm just saying as an analogy, it's the source point from which everything is originated. So first, there is Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti creates the Trimurtis and the deities. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, all these are created by her. Ishvara Tattva is created by her. From the highest gods to the lowest stone, inanimate object, it is her creation, everything.
How does she look?
No one knows. We have conceptions of her, means which helps us in dhyana. But fundamentally, she is beyond conception. So a deity, one of the concepts is that a devata, she can be infinite. She is both without form as well as she is with form. For the benefit of the upasakas, for the benefit of humanity, she sometimes takes up a personality. Though it's a fantastic personality, not like ours. It's a multidimensional, hugely powerful personality. And these personalities are the various devis we worship, of which the most important is Kali. Maa Kali she was popular in Kashmir. There were 12 Kalis that used to be worshipped. Then parallelly on the eastern side, we had huge amount of tantras devoted to the worship of Maa Kali. There was the various forms of Kali. There is Dakshina Kali, there is Bhadra Kali, there is Guhya Kali. The various forms of Kali are there. But Kali is in a way the source from which in the Kali Kula, in Shakti Upasana, there are two branches even. So that diversity is also given. So you can decide that, okay, Maa Kali is the main deity I worship, your Ishtha Devi. So she is taken as the source from which all else has come out. Even the other forms of the Mahavidyas.
What I will ask you is that I've always heard that Tripura Sundari is the origin point. I remember on our recent episode, you said that Kamakhya Devi is a form of Kali.
Kamakhya Devi is both Kali and Tripura Sundari.
Are they the same?
She is fundamentally Nirakar. If you go into the Garbhagriha of Maa Kamakhya, what you see is a flowing water that comes out that I was talking about the last day. In fact, in the Garbhagriha, there is a naturally formed yoni and there is a constant flow of water perennially in the hills that happens. This is actually the closest you can get to Nirakar, without a form, without a shape. Her energy is present there because humans cannot directly go to the Nirakar so easily. So there is an Utsava Murti. Utsava means where you can do the puja part and which can be taken around. A Vigraha is there, slightly outside. That Vigraha is of Kameshwara and Kameshwari. She is considered as Kameshwari. But there are sampradayas, because whenever a devata becomes Nirakar, she can take a multiple forms. She is not bound by anything. There are sampradayas that worship her as Aghor Kali. There are sampradayas that worship her as various forms of Kali. She can become Kali, she can become Tara, she can become all the Mahavidyas.
Is there a hierarchy? If I ask you to create a hierarchy between Kali, Kamakhya Devi and Tripura Sundari, is that even a valid question?
It's an interesting question. So look at the phases of the moon. Maa Kali is Amavasya. Tripura Sundari is Purnima. Can you say that I will have Amavasya and I will not have Purnima? You will have both. And Kamakhya is both, all of this together. She changes her forms, whereas there is a way of worshipping her as Tripura Sundari, there's a way of worshipping her as Kali. There are in fact iconographies which show her with 6 faces, and each of these there is Durga inside her, there is Chandika inside her, there is Kameshwari inside her. Kamakhya, that Rupa, is described as in the Kalika Purana as the boon-giving form of her. So she is in a very happy state. It's described like a young girl who has been married with somebody she likes, and the first night after consummation of marriage, when she's in an extremely happy mood, that is Kamakhya. Whatever is asked in that mood, she will give you. And then the next moment, she can pick up the sword and she can become Chandika. Chandi, which is Durga. Okay. So the same Kamakhya can become multiple forms.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic as long as you're willing to search for it.